Did you get up this morning and made a face in the mirror? You know, the one where you go, ooh, I'm not looking so good. Hi, it's Heike, and I'm so glad you're checking in with me today. So you make this face in the mirror and you see the wrinkles around your neck, around your eyes, and perhaps you pull on your arms a little bit too and say, man, there's all this saggy skin. And you kind of look at yourself and say, man, I feel old. I look old. Well, I should look much younger from everything else I'm seeing. I feel old compared to all these social media pictures. Everybody's got perky bodies at my age group. And they all look so put together and nice and non-wrinkly. I don't know if that's a word, but it is one now. And you're thinking, okay, what's the next thing I can do to look better, to get rid of those wrinkles, to get rid of other things that signal to the world that I am aging? Listen, friend, this summer I was invited to the Passionistas Summit 2021, and our topic was equality. And I dove deep into equality in the fitness industry, health or wellness industry, as well as how we are bombarded with stay young or else message. Before we dive into today's episode, please leave a review on the Apple Podcast. This would mean the world to me, and this will also help other people find the episode, find the podcast, learn from our lessons and our guests here, and be part of our movement of empty nester moms over 50. So with that, let's dive in to today's episode titled, We Are All Aging, so let's end ageism. I'm Heike Yates, a fitness and nutrition coach with 30 years of experience. I empower empty nester moms over 50 to take back their health and strength to feel vibrant in their second half of life. Right now, you're joined by thousands of empty nester moms around the world who stop dimming their light and instead ignite their spark. On this podcast, I do what I do best, taking complicated information about fitness, nutrition, and mindset strategies and breaking it down into baby steps that are simple, actionable, and reliable so you can implement them into your life. I regularly interview some of the most inspiring guests who share their honest stories on how they went from their worst to their best in life, so that you know you're not alone in your struggles. Join me as we redefine what aging looks and feels like by taking action and saying, yes, I can. This is the Pursue Your Spark podcast. It's finally my time. My kids have moved out. I have all this extra time to spend on me without feeling guilty. And what I want to do is get fitter, get healthier, get stronger. So I decided to check out the local gym around my corner that my neighbors are telling me about. That is amazing and they have all these things and I don't know. So I want to go and check it out, and I have my first appointment today. I opened the door to this gym with my workout clothes in the back, and I'm not really sure what I should do next. There's somebody at the front desk, but they barely glance at me as I enter. So I walk up there and I say, hey, I'm here and I have an appointment. And they look at me and say, okay, have a seat. We'll be right with you. I'm excited and I'm ready to work out and get in better shape. I made the first step. I walked through the door in this gym, which is a little bit intimidating and scary because the people I see going in and out, boy, they all look super duper fit. So, but I'm here now. And like I said, my kids are gone. So what better way to spend extra time on my health? So as I sit there, the sales reps comes out and he sort of gives me the once over. And I'm wondering, should I have dressed up a little bit? I'm here to work out, so I have my workout clothes, and maybe he's judging me for my gray hair and he's putting me into the category I don't think I belong yet. The really older people. So, but I stay positive. So I'm like, okay, I'm all pumped. So after we go through my goals, I get as I found out later, the usual tour. We go to the fitness center, big fitness center. Here's the gym with lots of machines and gadgets and balls and God knows what's in there. I don't know what all of this is, but there's a whole bunch of machines where I can actually get to sit on one of those machines and I push and he says, this would be a good start for you so you don't lose balance. I'm like, okay, well, all right. Then he shows me the treadmills. And he says, these treadmills are ideal for walking or maybe the elliptical that is really easy on your body. I'm going, okay, I get that. But treadmill sounds good to me. I can do this on a rainy day maybe or when it's really hot outside. And then we walk over to the pool. And at the moment, there is a water walking class. And they're playing what I call the golden oldies. And everybody in the pool is at least in their 80s, 90s, and they seem to have a blast. Everybody has gray hair, just like me, but I'm 60, so I'm thinking, maybe not my jam, but okay. And then there are classes. He tells me that there's about 30 classes on the schedule. There's something for everybody, and there's also, funny enough that he points that out, because I don't think I belong there, a gentle senior class done entirely seated. So again, you can do this and don't lose balance. I wonder, do I look that old? Is that my gray hair? That's how I get judged? Or do I really look that out of shape? So we finish the tour and then he tells me I also get free lessons, 3 private sessions with a trainer. And he's like, shakes my hand and says, welcome to the gym. And I'm going, okay, I have not worked out. I thought it was the plan. And I went home with my workout clothes in my bag, never having worked out. And you know what? I was like, what the heck? I felt deflated. This is not what I expected. You know, we are all aging. So let's end ageism. At what age does a person become old? 50, 60, or 75? Or whatever. What is when you're old? What does it mean? There are plenty of 70 and 80-year-olds that can outrun, outbike, and outswim me, Heike, and I'm 60. And exercise is important to me, but do we believe that all older adults are sick, frail, senile, and useless? Friend, I've been working in the fitness industry for over 30 years, and it's almost 35 years, and here's what I see. And it's not just in the gym, but overall in the fitness and the wellness industry. You see the trainers talk about the cute couple that works out together. Do they talk about that about somebody else who's in their 20s or 30s? I don't think so. Maybe it's a compliment, but it sure doesn't feel like one. Then there are a lot of classes out there. The classes are either too hard because I am older, so I want to make sure that my knees don't hurt. I want to make sure that I have a strong back. Or they're so easy that you wonder why you're even there. And oftentimes, we're told that we need to take it easy. Well, we're over 50 or older. And yes, working out is good, but there's always a but. And it always makes me wonder because I believe that at any age we can do whatever we set our mind to, whatever we desire. I get it. We all age differently, and these classes are appropriate for some people and also needed, but for others, not so much. Being pushed towards the old age box, as I like to call it, you should belong, is an underlying bias. You should belong here. This is where we're going to put you. You are 60. You shouldn't be doing this. Or you're 80. You should be doing this, which some of this is true. But here's how I feel about this, friend. I feel like people stop fixing me. I am just getting older. I need help and support with getting older, staying healthy, staying vibrant, and staying on top of my game in life. But we hear it all the time that we are too slow, not fit enough, not young enough, not sexy enough. And there always seems to be a fix that we can buy that solves all those problems. A multi-million-dollar anti-aging industry promises to help older adults like me and you, because if you're here, you're the woman over 50, to feel young again, implying that there's something wrong with us looking and feeling the way we are. But it doesn't stop with exercise classes. Someone thought, whoever someone is, that we needed something to look younger, more toned, more fit, and perhaps like our younger self. But who wouldn't want to look like their younger selves? You grab those Botox or fillers to lift up your cheeks and plump up your face again. Or you're sold another cream to firm up your butt, your arms, your legs, your face. Everything needs firming and toning. Or there's a special anti-aging treatment for your body or face. And some people think freezing things might work. A fitness gadget that would show me how much energy and sleep I'm getting. Seriously, I don't need to spend money on a gadget. I know when I get up in the morning how good or how terrible my sleep was. And I don't need any gadget telling me, oh, look, you had bad sleep. Oh, look, now you need to do this. Oh, your energy is really low. I'm like, I know that. Or taking spot training classes that for sure would perk up your butt and lift your boobs. Oh, well, and another supplement that would give me more sleep, less stress, more muscle, lose weight. Did I forget something? Oh, yeah. And that supplement to help me look and feel younger. Don't you love it when people comment, you look good for your age? I hate it. What does it even mean? I don't look good at another age, or that I looked better at a different age? Or what does it mean? I know these may be well-meaning comments, but there's underlying bias. I look good at any age. I look good at any weight. I look good with gray hair and brown hair and red hair. I look good because this feeling of feeling good comes from our inside, not from what we do to our exterior decoration. And I'm not saying put on some lipstick, do whatever makes you feel good. Do that, whatever that is, but don't buy into all this crap that we're being sold. It's time to create a new narrative in our second half of life. Looking young and staying young is the message we're bombarded with all the time. I scroll through social and I start doubting myself. I mean, I'm 60 and I'm thinking, ooh, there's all these other 60-year-olds. Maybe I should look more like a 40-year-old because now we're told 60 is the new 40. Okay, what's wrong with aging and the way we look? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. In today's society, being young means you have energy, you're strong, and can do anything, and you are desirable. As we age, we're valued less and treated with disrespect because of our age. When we need to be fixed all the time or not treated equally, there's a disconnect, and that disconnect makes us feel worthless, hopeless, undesirable, fat, ugly, unworthy. And the list of calling ourselves names goes on and on. This is not a good place to be. But what is essential as we get older? There's some things that we have to do, and I encourage you to do as you get older to live better. And it's not buying into anti-aging products. You know, for me, what is essential of getting older, what I need to do is eating healthy, well-balanced meals most of the time. All right, I love ice cream and I do drink wine. And I don't want to go on another diet or cleanse ever again. And my intermittent fasting strategies work really well for my goals and my lifestyle. I have also learned that what makes me happy is my community of uplifting and active people. I want people around me to do things that I enjoy too, like going running, one of my favorite things, biking, swimming, not so much, but I do go swimming as a triathlete, but it's things that I meet people that are in the same boat. They're saying, you know, if I exercise and I eat healthy, I feel better. This is also important to me because I want to stay active as I get older. And not only for my future granddaughter that's on the way as I'm recording this episode. She will be here the end of the year, so December of this year. And I want to stay strong for her, but mostly for me. Mostly for me, I want to travel. I want to go places. I want to do things. I want to continue to garden without my back aching for as long as I can. And I want to keep competing in triathlons as well for as long as I can. And besides, the older I get, the more likely I get first place or place on a podium in the race because not that many people show up. I choose what's important to me and let go of what no longer serves me. And so can you. I don't buy into that I have to buy every gadget, potion, cream, or pill on the market to help me look and feel younger. Like my younger self, as we're always told, and I hear it again. Oh, be like your younger self. But that's a mindset strategy more than anything else. How do you feel mentally about yourself and how you feel about what you're deserving as you're aging and what you want? And that is nothing to do with a pill or a gadget. I do want to look cute in my clothes, so I want to dress cute, but not out of my age range. And I enjoy my gray hair as it's growing in more and more. But that's my choice, not everybody's choice, and that's cool. I just was tired of all the hours that I spend at the salon, honestly, and wanted to see what happens. I want to stay at a healthy weight, wrinkles and all. I strongly believe that we have to appreciate ourselves for what we've accomplished in our lives. And we do that so little, especially as women. We don't give ourselves the pat on the back. We don't say, good job for raising the kids. Good job for overcoming obstacles along the way. Good job for taking care of our aging parents. We feel it's our duty and we'll follow our duty. But you know what? It's also good to recognize this. And do let other people know what you did. Don't put your light under the chair, I think it's called in English. So don't hide your accomplishment, is what I'm trying to say. Don't hide your accomplishment. Let the world know. And some people will give you the look saying, oh, she's pretty full of herself. So what? They're not your friends. They're people that mean nothing. These are the people we let go of, that we don't need in our lives. And aging is a normal rhythm of life. And as we age, we contribute so much from our experiences and knowledge to the younger generation. Who do they learn from? Us. We are a role model for our children, grandchildren, peers, but also role models to other women in our community that may not have the confidence to step up and take what they deserve. So let's not forget about that. That is an important thing. I want you to let that sink in. Instead of letting yourself believe that now I'm old, I can't do that anymore, I don't fit in anymore, I'm just old, I want you to change the narrative and instead create positivity around yourself and aging. And instead of I can't, start saying yes, I can. And I get it. It may take a little bit of work and a couple of trial and errors, and that's okay. We don't want to be perfect. Perfect is stressful. Perfect is taking away a big chunk of our lives. So let's explore. We want to be in the best shape of our lives as we age because we're dealing with age-related issues like osteoarthritis or osteoporosis. There is not much we can do to stop the process of aging or that we're not hearing as well. You may have gone like I have to a lot of concerts with loud music and my ENT was like, well, you need to stay away from loud noises because you only have one ear. It's true, I'm deaf on the other. And she says, we need to protect your hearing. But we all start not hearing as well. Our eyesight gets worse. So we can't see quite as clearly and we're looking down more often than not to see where we're walking. But this is not a reason not to take care of your body and mind as best as you can without any gimmicks. And here are a few tips on how you can get going. I want you to enjoy an active life, whatever that might look like to you. Staying as strong, flexible, and balanced, not only in mind, but in body as well. So what does it mean? That means that you choose exercises that you enjoy, that you create a community that you enjoy, that you are exploring new things every day. And that's the next part is create an adventure every day. And I learned this actually from my podcast guests talking about the everyday adventures, where we talked about that, yes, we may not have a huge budget as we get older or not travel as much as we thought we would once we perhaps retire. And women are now retiring much earlier, as I also learned from my podcast guests. And that as we're talking about retirement and travel, a recent study I came across that only 26% of retirees that said, oh, I'm going to travel, actually ended up traveling as much as they thought. Only 26%. So you're not going to pack your suitcase every week or every weekend, spend months wherever, most likely, but your everyday adventure could be taking another route to the grocery store, exploring towns that are close by, going for new hikes. And with that everyday adventure, we just did that last weekend. It was so great, guys. We're preparing currently for a triathlon race that is a week from this recording. And we needed to go on our bikes on a long ride. So we drove out to the Eastern Shore. I live on the East Coast of the United States. So we drove out to the Eastern Shore, which is nice and flat, just like the race. And we went for our long bike ride and our training. And my husband was like, yeah, let's train, go back home. And I said, why don't we make this a day trip? It takes us about an hour and a half to get there and an hour and a half to get back home. And so we biked. We changed at the local Target. So we went to the bathroom, cleaned up a little bit, got some fresh clothes. And then we drove to a town that was 5 minutes away, which is called St. Michael's. St. Michael's in Maryland. And we had lunch there. We had this amazing seafood on the deck outside, watching people. It was just great. And then there was, of course, I love ice cream, an ice cream store literally across the road from where we had lunch. So we made sure we had enough stomach room left to have ice cream. So we ate ice cream, we walked around the town, we explored, and we had the best time. Because I've been to St. Michael's, but I never actually explored it. So think of your everyday adventure, how much energy and joy they can give in your day. It is important to eat meals that are healthy and well balanced because that helps us get a little bit more energy. It is okay if you choose your French fries with your sandwich every now and again. It's okay that you're not eating super duper healthy because again, as I said, you don't have to be perfect. But think that every meal has protein, that you're eating a lot of non-processed carbohydrates. So not too much pasta and bread and things like that, but more vegetables on your plate. And I want you to look for people that are enhancing your life. Enjoy friendships and a positive community, and that will help you feel amazing at any age. And when you go out there and maybe you go and join the church choir to start singing, you make new friends. You learn about other people. I love this aspect of activities where we can meet people. And if you are shy to go somewhere, because I know I heard that too from other women, I can't go there by myself. Grab a friend or join a friend in their activity. Because if they like it, maybe you like it too, and you meet other people that are in the same boat as you, wanting to age actively. I don't mind getting older. I don't mind my wrinkles. And I appreciate my body for what it can do at 60 and beyond. And so can you. Embrace your age and don't listen to others telling you differently because we're not staying young and that you should do something about it. I just don't like those shoulds. I'm sure you wondered what happened during my 3 free training sessions. So this time, I showed up all dressed. Instead of bringing the clothes, they were on my body. I was ready to go. So I got to walk on the treadmill for my fitness test, and all my vital signs were taken. Like the body fat and the blood pressure and then like saying how fast I potentially could walk and balance and flexibility. So, the run of the treadmill, I almost said, the run of the mill tests. That's all good. You got to start somewhere. You have to have a starting point for somebody new that's never met me. Then the trainer showed me all the strength training machines that I was going to use and wrote them down on a piece of paper where I had the sets and the reps and the order of what I was supposed to do and the machines. That's all good too, because you know what? Since menopause, I do have brain fog and forgetfulness, but I'm okay with that too, because that is just what it is. So he wrote it down, and then the trainer gave me, and I refer to he, it could be a he or she, so no gender here, that the trainer gave me a 30-minute workout with those machines so that I won't be sore, but basically encouraged me to buy sessions because I don't know what I know. I seem to know nothing. Okay, this was sort of disappointing. I said, okay, I'm sitting on the machine so I don't have balance problems, and I'm pushing these things, these pins in and out. It's all good. But I didn't really get training. And so my training sessions were basically used up with the three things I just mentioned. I got my fitness test. I went home. That was it. And I got to show all the equipment because it took a while to go through all those machines and explain stuff and write stuff down. That was session number 2. And then number 3 was some chit chat and 30 minutes of those machines together just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. It's all not bad, but we all know more than we do, or than we are getting credit for. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to do more cardio. But I was advised that perhaps on the first day this would be too much and I should take it easy. I wanted to get a routine on the free weights and bands that I saw on the balls that I also could perhaps do at home because I wasn't sure if I wanted to join a gym or not. I just wanted to test it out. But I was warned that I needed to learn the machines first so I don't lose balance, and that those free weights and bands and balls are dangerous. You could fall off. True, but you're close to the ground. And I wanted to take a class that looked fun. But when I got there, I was confused because the music was so loud. I couldn't hear the teacher teaching anything. The teacher called out moves that I never heard of and didn't even know what they meant. There was no explanation. And okay, I'm a newbie. I get it. I don't know what a grapevine may be, but I can learn all those. But there were moves that made me scratch my head because it had nothing to do with what we're actually doing. But maybe I couldn't see because it was so crowded. And I'm a tall woman. And I tried to look over, and so I was ending up following the person in front of me who, whatever she was doing there, I was like, okay, I'm going to do what she does. And then they all moved so fast that I just couldn't keep up. I didn't know the moves. I couldn't hear anything. It was really loud. Followed the person in front of me, and she did a good job, but it was so fast that I, lost. Maybe that class was just not for me, and that's okay. There are many exercises that I can do, and I try a few until I get what's right for me. But I never went back to that gym. I didn't belong. I didn't feel like I was heard. I didn't feel like anybody was listening to me. And I said, well, I'm going to forge on in my own path. And I wanted to be just treated equally. Equality is being accepted and for who you are and being allowed to be the person you are and the person you want to become as you age. Yeah, we're changing too as we get older. So what does equality mean to me? To me, equality is respect. And that ties in with ageism. I wanted to be respected for the person that I have become now that I'm in my 60s, and I want the same for you. I am so appreciative of you being here, sticking with me until the end here, and I can't wait to hear from you about what you have to say about today's topic. So please reach out to me on Instagram at Heike Yates, or on Facebook, Heike Yates, Pursue Your Spark, and let me hear your thoughts about what happened to you. Tell your stories to me and let me know how you're getting on. with getting older and igniting or pursuing your spark in your second half of life. I see you next time. Ciao.